These are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. 2 Peter 2:17. They are speaking of men whose inner wells run dry. Their imagination, which is God in them, gives forth no living water. You may see them thunder across the sky clouds carried by a tempest, yet no rain falls. They roar with words of promise, yet those words give no life, no substance to the thirsty soul. They call themselves spiritual, but their very source, the I am within, remains unclaimed, untouched, and therefore impotent. Observe yourself. Every effect in your world is but the shadow of your imaginal act. If your wells yield nothing, perhaps you have never dared to assume the end and taste it in your mind. If your clouds produce no rain, you've been speaking empty words, thoughts, unaccompanied by the felt reality of fulfillment. You craft visions of fear or lack, and they burst with thunder in your bosom, yet bring no blessing. The mist of darkness, reserved forever, is not some distant curse, but the natural consequence of neglecting your creative power. To ignore your imagination, to let it wander in pointless conjecture, is to live in perpetual twilight. Yet one imaginal act, one sustained scene in which you feel and see your desire fulfilled, will draw down the living rain. It will fill your wells, clear your skies, and banish that mist. Enter the state of your desire accomplished. Stand firm in that one scene, your song already sung, your work already done, your prize already in hand. Watch how all walls dissolve and your world becomes the echo of your imagining. Darkness flees before the living water. Clouds that once roared now weep sweet rain. And you will know that you and your I am are one, ever fruitful, ever bright, ever free. The three striking images in 2 Peter 2 verse 17, wells without water, clouds, carried with a tempest, and the mist of darkness, are not condemnations cast outward, but mirror how we habitually self-undermine. Psychologically, they portray fragmented states of consciousness, wells that promise refreshment yet yield none, thoughts bereft of conviction, storm-tossed clouds, emotions whipped into anxious momentum, and a fog of ignorance that seems permanent. In each case, your inner world is churning but barren. Metaphysically, this verse maps the anatomy of failure in manifestation. Imagination is the creative power, yet when you imagine without holding a consistent, believable end state, your wells dry up and your clouds never rain. The mist of darkness is simply what appears when you doubt the reality of your own imagining. Every outer effect is but a shadow cast by your inner state. Vacillate, and the world shifts away. Hold fast, and it moves toward you. The empowerment key here is simple but revolutionary. You are the divine imagination behind every image you perceive. Where these false prophets of your own making offer emptiness, you possess the ability to transform that very emptiness into living wells of meaning. You can convert tempestuous clouds into nurturing showers. You can disperse any darkness by shining your knowing awareness upon it. Practically, begin by choosing one area in your life where you feel dry, agitated, or stuck in doubt. Construct an inner scene in which that same area is richly fulfilled. See the well brimming, feel the rainfall of abundance, watch the sun dissipate the fog. Enter that scene at its conclusion, embracing the feeling of completion. Return to it whenever your surface mind drifts back to anxiety or despair. As you persist in this single state, the outer world reorganizes to match your inner conviction. The empty wells will fill, the storm clouds will yield rain, and the darkness will evaporate. You will discover that nothing in life stands between you and the divine power of your own imagination.